The divorce announcement and what really happened, the entertainment world was shaken when news broke that Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kandi Burruss officially filed for divorce from her husband of 11 years, Todd Tucker. For longtime fans of the franchise, this was not just any celebrity breakup, this was the end of a relationship that viewers had literally watched from the beginning. From their first meeting on the RHOA production team in 2011, to their wedding in 2014, to building businesses and raising a blended family together, Kandi and Todd were considered one of reality TV's most stable couples. So when Kandi confirmed that she had decided to move forward with the divorce after deep thought and a lot of prayer, many immediately wondered what went wrong. In her official statement, Kandi emphasized that this was a difficult and emotional time. She highlighted that her focus now is on protecting her peace, being the best mother she can be, and co-parenting with love and respect. Her tone was calm, firm, and measured, very on brand for Kandi, who has always been known for her maturity and emotional intelligence. The couple shares 2 young children, Ace Tucker, who is 9 years old, and their daughter Blaze, who is 5. In addition, both Kandi and Todd each have an older daughter from previous relationships, Riley Burruss and Kayla Tucker, making them a blended family of 6. Over the years, fans saw the couple navigate parenting challenges, surrogacy journeys, business expansion, and the inevitable drama that comes with being on reality television. But despite appearing solid on camera, some cracks had started to show. Between stressful work schedules, business pressures, and long-standing tensions with certain family members, particularly Kandi's mother, Mama Joyce, the relationship had endured more than its fair share of conflict. Fans remember moments where Mama Joyce openly questioned Todd's intentions, accused him of marrying Kandi for money, and refused to hide her distrust. Even though things mellowed out over the years, the tension never fully disappeared. Still, the question remains: what pushed Kandi to publicly confirm the divorce after more than a decade of marriage? As soon as the announcement dropped, social media erupted with theories, some based on history, some based on rumors, and others built entirely on speculation. And one of the biggest questions that immediately surfaced was, did Todd cheat? Before we explore the rumors, it's important to be clear. No credible source has confirmed any cheating by Todd Tucker. The divorce filings and statements from Kandi do not mention infidelity. However, in the world of reality TV gossip, the lack of confirmation is never enough to stop speculation from spreading. And this time, the speculation leads directly to one name that might surprise you: Fatum. She's been labeled as Kandi's girl, a friend of the couple, and someone who has appeared on RHOA in orbit around the group. In the new wave of rumors, Fatum is being connected to the marriage issues, something that has caught many fans off guard. But is there any truth to this? And why is Fatum, of all people, suddenly at the center of the conversation? Before we get to that, let's look a little deeper into the timeline leading up to the divorce. Over the last 2 years, both Kandi and Todd have been incredibly busy. Kandi was managing multiple businesses, running a restaurant empire, producing Broadway plays, preparing for tours, and filming television projects. Todd, on the other hand, was also heavily involved in producing film and TV content, while managing their joint ventures. This packed schedule left very little time for connection. On multiple occasions in past seasons, Kandi openly expressed that she felt neglected in her marriage because of the constant work grind. Todd, on his side, felt like Kandi was always too busy for him and less present in their relationship. While they addressed these issues in therapy and on camera, long-term unresolved stress can create emotional distance. Some fans speculate that this emotional disconnect may have been growing quietly behind the scenes, eventually leading to the point where reconciliation wasn't possible. Another factor that people often bring up is the long-standing tension between Todd and Mama Joyce. For years, Mama Joyce publicly expressed mistrust toward Todd, claiming he wasn't financially on Kandi's level, suggesting he was using her, and even implying that her daughter could do better. Although Kandi tried numerous times to set boundaries, the tension became a recurring storyline. For many viewers, it felt like Todd was constantly fighting for acceptance, and that can be draining in a marriage. While none of this directly confirms a specific reason for the split, it paints a portrait of a relationship under consistent, long-term strain. Add to that the pressures of fame, filming, and public scrutiny. and it becomes easier to understand how the couple may have reached their breaking point. The biggest storm on social media revolves around the speculation involving Todd, cheating rumors, and their friend Fatum. So let's move into part 2, where we unpack what's being said, what's actually verified, and what appears to be pure internet noise. Part 2, did Todd cheat? And why is Fatum's name in this? As soon as the divorce announcement hit the internet, whispers started swirling. Did Todd cheat? Was there another woman? And is Kandi's friend Fatum involved? These questions have spread like wildfire across TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube gossip circles. But the first thing we have to establish is this: there is absolutely no official confirmation of cheating from any credible source. Todd is not publicly accused in court documents, and Kandi has not stated anything about infidelity. So why is cheating even being discussed? Well, rumors often fill the vacuum when a high-profile couple splits. In this case, fans have been unusually quick to point fingers, mostly because the marriage was so public and seemed secure. People want an explanation that feels dramatic or scandalous even, if reality is far more complex. Enter Fatum Alford, known from Real Housewives of Atlanta and often referred to as Kandi's girl in gossip commentary. Fatum became a recognizable face during drama with RHOA, where she played a messy, some would say chaotic role that revolved around allegations of digging into people's backgrounds, investigating husbands, and stirring tension. Because of her involvement in past drama, many fans perceive Fatum as someone who might find herself in the middle of controversy. Recently, online speculation suggested that Fatum may have had some inappropriate involvement with Todd, either emotionally or physically. But it's critical to highlight that this rumor has zero verified evidence. No reputable media outlet, no legal documents, and no statements from Kandi or Todd support these claims. Why, then, is Fatum's name trending? The biggest reason is guilt by association. She is known in the same social circle. She has a history of being involved in dramatic situations, and she has interacted with the couple in a familiar way. People are linking dots that simply do not have proof. Another reason is the fan perception of Todd over the years. On the show, Todd has sometimes been portrayed as laid-back, sarcastic, and occasionally dismissive. He often pushed for business ventures that fans felt were more about ego than financial need. Some viewers interpreted this dynamic as Todd being controlling or insecure, fueling theories that he might seek validation outside the marriage. None of these interpretations, however, are factual grounds for accusations. There's also the issue of editing in reality. TV RHOA is known for producing dramatic arcs, highlighting tension, and allowing fans to form strong impressions based on selective moments. A relationship as long as Kandi and Todd's cannot be accurately captured in edited episodes. What viewers see is only a fraction of their lives, often the most intense and emotional fraction. Still, the rumors persist, largely because people want a reason that feels unexpected or scandalous. Cheating rumors attract more attention than narratives about emotional distance, exhaustion, or communication problems. But it's very possible that the truth behind the divorce is far more ordinary and far more private than the public realizes. Now, let's address the biggest elephant in the room, Mama Joyce, even though cheating rumors are circulating. Longtime fans believe that one of the biggest factors in the collapse of the marriage might be the ongoing shadow cast by Kandi's mother. Mama Joyce has never been subtle about her feelings toward Todd. She openly criticized him on camera, complained about his finances, and even accused him of benefiting from Kandi's success rather than contributing equally. This narrative lingered for years, and even when Todd and Mama Joyce appeared to be in a better place, viewers could feel the unresolved tension. Some fans believe that the constant disapproval from a parental figure, especially one as influential in Kandi's life as Mama Joyce may have created emotional strain between the couple. Kandi has always been extremely loyal to her mother, and Todd has always felt the pressure of being compared, judged, or criticized. Now, none of this means Mama Joyce caused the divorce, but it does illustrate how complex and multi-layered this relationship has been. When fans look at the bigger picture, it becomes clear that this breakup may not be about one dramatic event, but rather a buildup of many ongoing issues: stress, work pressure, emotional disconnect, family tension, and public scrutiny. Still, the internet loves a villain, and Todd is currently at the center of speculation. Whether this is fair or unfair remains to be seen. What we do know is that the divorce filings did not cite cheating, and Kandi herself has remained graceful and respectful toward Todd in her public statements. So let's move into part 3, where we break down what this divorce means moving forward, how Kandi is preparing for this new chapter of her life, and what fans should realistically expect. Asterisk, with the divorce officially in motion, fans are wondering what comes next, not just for Kandi and Todd, but for the entire RHOA universe. Kandi has been one of the longest-running cast members on the show, known for her work ethic, calm demeanor, and level-headed approach to drama. Her personal storylines have included everything from her music career to family struggles, business expansions, and relationship challenges. This divorce marks a major turning point not just in her personal life, but also in her public presence. First, let's talk about co-parenting. In her official statement, Kandi emphasized that her priority is her children and that she and Todd plan to co-parent with respect. Kandi has always been deeply committed to her children's well-being, and Todd, too, has always been an involved father. Despite any marital differences, both share a strong love for their kids. Fans can expect the co-parenting dynamic to remain stable, at least publicly. Financially, Kandi has an empire restaurants, production companies, music royalties, reality TV income, and more. Todd has his own production projects as well. The couple built assets together, which means the divorce settlement could involve negotiations over businesses, real estate, and profit sharing. But given their history of openly discussing prenups on RHOA, it's very possible that much of this was addressed years ago, minimizing conflict. Emotionally, this transition may be challenging, but Kandi's statement shows that she is prioritizing peace and healing. She has always carried herself with strength and resilience, and fans expect her to continue leading with grace, even during heartbreak. As for Todd, his next chapter remains uncertain. How he presents himself publicly will likely influence future opportunities, and his involvement in the entertainment business means he will remain visible. Whether he chooses to address rumors or maintain privacy is yet to be seen. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. RHOA Kandi has been a cornerstone of the franchise for over a decade. This divorce storyline is powerful, emotional, and extremely relevant to viewers. Bravo may heavily feature it in future episodes, depending on how much Kandi is willing to share. Historically, Kandi has been open but firm about her boundaries. She shares what she's comfortable with, and she doesn't allow producers to manipulate her life for drama. Fans are curious to know whether this divorce might become a major season storyline, whether Mama Joyce will address it, and whether Todd will appear in any future scenes. For now, nothing is confirmed, but viewers expect the topic to be unavoidable. Another question is whether Kandi will stay on the show long-term. She has previously expressed feeling overwhelmed and even considered stepping back to focus on her businesses. If she chooses to prioritize healing and privacy, it would not be surprising if she eventually reduced her role. If she chooses to stay, her divorce journey will undoubtedly become a focal point. And finally, let's address the social media speculation one last time. Divorce is painful, personal, and complex. While fans may be eager to assign blame or create villain narratives, the truth is often simpler. Relationships evolve, and sometimes couples grow apart. There is no confirmed cheating, no verified betrayal, and no official evidence connecting Fatum to the split. What we do know is that Kandi is choosing peace. She is choosing healing. She is choosing to move forward. And if there's one thing we've learned about Kandi Burruss over the years, it's this. She always rises. Whether it's music, business, motherhood, or personal adversity, she has shown time and again that she knows how to rebuild, rebrand, and reclaim her power. This chapter may be difficult, but it is not the end. It is the beginning of a new season, not just for RHOA, but for Kandi's entire life. And as fans, the best we can do is respect her journey, avoid feeding unverified rumors, and support her as she navigates one of the toughest transitions a person can face. This is the full breakdown of everything we know about the Kandi Burruss and Todd Tucker divorce, what's confirmed, what's speculation, and what the future may hold. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more celebrity breakdowns and reality TV commentary.